breeze.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuka.
Well, we are coming to the end of our great PNG adventure. It started off about 5 days ago, flying from Port Moresby to Goroka, especially for the 2021 Goroka show. Now, the Goroka show has sort of been on both of our bucket lists for a couple of years now because it's one of the largest cultural events in Papua New Guinea. So the Goroka region is surrounded by a lot of other provinces and tribes in the Eastern Highlands province, and they all come down and perform various activities like Sing Sing, Asoro Mudmen, Tari Wigmen that come down, and it's supposed to be a really, really amazing event. So basically, we booked our flights a couple of months ago, we bought our VIP passes, and then everything sort of went sour about 2 to 3 days before we were scheduled to fly into Goroka. It was a little bit frustrating because the organisers had done everything in their power to make sure that the Goroka show complied with all of the COVID-19, social distancing, Nupala Passin, face masks, no mask, no entry, hand sanitization stations all around, a maximum of 100 people in any given area. But due to a surge of COVID-19 Delta cases in the 2 to 3 weeks leading up to the event, then the provincial governor shut it down. There was a little bit of hope that it might have continued on, but that was crushed. So we basically were traveling here with a bunch of friends and we made do with what we were given. There still happened to be a number of other events on, like we went to the Billim Festival, we went to a Kolos Festival, which is like a clothing festival. We visited some friends. We did an Asoro Mudmen village tour, so that was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was actually one of the highlights of the Goroka trip was actually experiencing that, because it was a very professional performance and the masks are surprisingly heavy. I think they said they got up to about 22 kilos.
So normally about 100 tribes come to the Goroka show for performance. So if we could go to Goroka show, then we could see a lot of different regions and tribes, those culture show and sensing. Then we stayed in Goroka for 4 days and we came to Hagen by bus.
Now, it's about a 5 to 7 hour trip on the very notorious Highlands Highway. It was just a small PMV, about a 25-seater bus, and we traveled through 4 different provinces. That was really, really cool to see all of the different geographical regions that the Highlands province has to offer. Now, it wasn't every single province, but we managed to go through Eastern Highlands province, starting in Goroka, then we got to Simbu, then we travelled through Jiwaka province, and finally made it to Mt Hagen. Goroka started off quite flat, and then as we left Goroka, we were travelling up all the windy roads until we got to the Simbu province. Simbu to Kundiawa, which is our first stop. That was about 3 hours into our trip, and we stopped off for a coffee, but the road condition was quite bad.
A lot of the road was under construction, and a lot of gravel road was
really dusty. Because that's really the only way that everything is transported is along this Highlands Highway. All of the smaller villages, if they want fresh produce or they want to ship their produce or get petrol or get beer or rice or anything for the little trade stores, it all comes along the Highlands Highway. There were definitely some very nice smooth patches, but I'd say a good 60% of the Highlands Highway that we drove along was pretty bad conditions. It was a very fun, unique experience. It's not something that everybody is likely to have the opportunity to do. But the interesting thing is that there's no direct flight from Goroka to Mt Hagen, probably because it would be like a 20-minute flight. So all of the trucks and shipping and logistics are all just so used to just driving the highway. Really the only incident that we had along the way was we just had a bit of a sketchy police officer try and shake us down and try and make an excuse for charging the bus driver for not having the correct license plate for a hire vehicle, which was kind of nonsense because it was a private vehicle owned by the hotel where we're staying at, Rondon Ridge.
But it was quite scary. Not scary, but
yeah, it was a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, is this like we've only come not even halfway through our trip, and then he was threatening to lock up the bus driver. He drove one way the night before to come and pick us up, and he was just returning back to Mt Hagen. But anyway, it was a fun adventure, and I must say it was pretty beautiful coming into Mt Hagen finally, and coming to this beautiful boutique hotel accommodation. It's probably about a 30-minute drive outside of Mt Hagen town. The best thing about it is that it's outside of the airport. So that means that I've been able to fly my drone and get some really awesome footage with no restrictions.
it's beautiful. Yeah. It's a bit cold.
Yeah, it is definitely significantly colder than Port Moresby. So now it's 17 degrees, and at night it gets down to about 10. The scenery is very beautiful, farmland. We did some hiking this morning because we're actually quite high above sea level. I think we're about 2,000 something meters above sea level, which is pretty high. So there is a little bit of altitude adjustment, so the air is a little bit thinner up here, but beautiful. It reminds me a lot of New Zealand.
This hotel is a very famous hotel, right? We saw Sean Lennon's photo and Mick Jagger's photo. There are a lot of celebrity people coming to PNG or Mt Hagen. They come here to stay, so it's really nice hotel. View is amazing, bed is comfortable. Yeah. It's just, the room is just a 5-star hotel, kind of lodge style, but still it's quite good quality. So if you came to
Mt Hagen, then do definitely check out this resort. It's probably the best accommodation I've stayed at in PNG, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
A mix of nature and comfortable accommodation. If you do make it to Mt Hagen, then we both highly recommend staying at Rondon Ridge. If you've enjoyed traveling with us from Goroka to Mt Hagen, then smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please consider clicking the subscribe button.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.